the US seemingly out of the picture, European leaders step in but face critical challenges if they're left in charge of Ukraine's defense.
Several people were injured after Russian drones hit a medical facility in Kharkiv. A senior Hamas official said the latest talks on the second phase of the ceasefire have made no progress so far.
A day after his disastrous meeting with President Trump in the White House, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has arrived in London for a summit with European leaders. Europe's leaders have rallied in support of Zelensky and Ukraine, but face critical challenges as they now appear to be Ukraine's main supporters.
Moi, ce qui m'importe, c'est que nous, Européens, nous en tirions les conséquences. Le plus important, c'est ça. C'est que les Européens regardent en face le monde dans lequel nous sommes. Il faut être maintenant lucide et se dire, nous n'avons pas envie pour nous et nos enfants de toujours dépendre. Et de dépendre des incertitudes, de telle ou telle déclaration, du choix d'un matin.
Sunday's summit is a critical moment for the path of Europe's collective security. With continued U.S. support increasingly unclear and NATO's coherence jeopardized, European leaders will need to carve a way out of this crisis by pulling the U.S. back towards a working deal.
At least 7 people were injured after a Russian overnight drone attack on Ukraine's Kharkiv region, according to local officials. The attack reportedly damaged a medical facility, residential buildings, shops, and other civilian infrastructure facilities. Rescuers and volunteers worked to clear the debris following the strike. Local authorities report one of the drones hit a 3-story medical facility, causing a fire and the evacuation of dozens of people. Further Russian attacks took place in places including Zaporizhia, Donetsk, Sumy, Kyiv and Odessa, according to Ukrainian media. Ukraine's Air Force said over 150 Shahed-type drones had been launched at the country overnight, though 103 were reportedly shot down. The latest round of talks on the second phase of the ceasefire between Israel and Hamas has made no progress so far, according to a senior Hamas official. The first phase of the ceasefire paused 15 months of fighting in the Gaza Strip and saw the release of 33 hostages in exchange for nearly 2,000 Palestinian prisoners. Phase 1 expires Saturday, but under the terms of the deal, fighting is not to resume while negotiations are underway on the second phase, which could end the war in Gaza and see remaining hostages returned home. Bassem Naim, a member of Hamas's political bureau, said there had been no progress on finding a solution before Israeli negotiators returned home on Friday. It was unclear whether those mediators were going to return to resume talks on Saturday, and Naim said he had no idea when negotiations might resume. The holy month of Ramadan began this weekend, which sees Muslims abstain from eating and drinking between sunrise and sunset. Celebrations were held across Europe as Muslims started their 30-day period of fasting and prayer, with a massive lantern procession taking place in the Turkish capital, Ankara. Ramadan is the month in which the Quran is believed to have been revealed to the Prophet Muhammad and is an integral part of the Islamic faith.
The Kurdistan Workers' Party declared a ceasefire on Saturday, 2 days after their imprisoned leader called for the militant group to disarm. The conflict between Turkey and the PKK has led to tens of thousands of deaths since it began in 1984. Its initial aim was an independent Kurdish state, but later changed to demands for more autonomy. The ceasefire is the first sign of a break in the conflict since peace talks between the PKK and Ankara broke down in the summer of 2015.